What's the most terrifying feeling you can experience? Embarrassment? Failure? Fear? No. It's cold shock. Hello, I'm Alex Ramon. 10 months ago, I had a vision of a challenge that would present in a form of an escape. And to be honest, my first thoughts were to use deceptions that magicians utilize in their shows to fool their audience. But after some research, I realized that those deceptions wouldn't serve me in what I envisioned. And I understood that I had to prepare, I had to train, I had to commit, and I actually had to do it. What you're about to see tonight has been years of preparation and underwater escapes and lockpicking, and months of training with the greatest and most difficult challenge, the cold and the ice. I want to stress to all of you, please do not try anything like this. You may not make it. We have taken all the proper safety precautions during training and tonight for the escape. We have paramedics on standby waiting. And right now, I'd like to introduce the mayor of South Lake Tahoe, Tammy Wallace. Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Alex. How are you?
I'm warm.
Well, for the moment. So we'd just like to, on behalf of the city of South Lake Tahoe, wish you good luck with the backdrop of beautiful Lake Tahoe. Assure that you will be safe. We have our South Lake Tahoe Fire Rescue here, and we wish you good luck and Godspeed.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate all your hospitality as we're attempting this great escape.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I promise this is the most dangerous escape I've ever attempted, and I will not be doing this again. Welcome to Cold Shock.
I'm Clive Sabacool. I'm the fire chief for the City of South Lake Tahoe Fire Department. First up, there's a ton of training and preparation that goes into the entire water rescue program, and is never ending. We're looking at other ways to develop a water rescue response plan, not just for our agency, but all the water rescue agencies in South Lake Tahoe. So there's a combination of factors that create and pose a lot of risks for people that go into the water of Lake Tahoe. Those risks amplify the urgency of our staff, the police department, the sheriff's department, Coast Guard, all to get there as quick as they can. And that's the temperature
Of the water.
temperature of the water, the distance away from the shoreline, and then you throw in kind of the naivety of some tourists, which is a very common factor with our drownings and water incidents here, is they get in the water and they don't realize how cold it is. And maybe they think they can handle it, and then they get overcome and they're not able to make it back to the boat. That's why the urgency of the fire department, police department, getting out there as quick as we can is critical, because once they get into that water, it's not just the shock of then not being able to swim as good as they normally could in warmer water, but their survival rate. The temperature of the lake is surprisingly cold, and that's what catches people off guard. So the water is just sucks you out of you.
Yeah, what's the difference between when we think of air temperature versus water temperature, right? Like, if you say 60 degrees outside, that's a nice day.
Right.
Or even 40 degrees is cold, but, it's manageable.
It's a good question. It has to do with the surface area. You've you're submerged. You've got that surface area of the water on essentially all parts of your body, and that water is essentially seeking to balance out temperature. And so if it's colder and you're warmer, you're 98.6 degrees, it's trying to balance out, and so it's going to pull that heat off of you and that water until it's kind of homeostasis and they're both the same temperature. And so you've constantly got this cold water up against your body that's just sucking that heat right out of it.
And it's immediate as soon as you go in there.
Oh yeah, it's cold, and that's one of the challenges. Some people jump in and they just lock up. They can't even swim because just that shock of the cold water is just, it doesn't have to be freezing temperature. Just being very cold and not expecting it catches people off guard.
Really useful information. And now I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, what I'm attempting. I've been doing escapes, underwater escapes, for over 5 years. Lock picking escapes and things like this, handcuffs, for 10 plus years. And I challenged myself to do this new stunt that I'm calling cold shock. And what this is a 100-pound weighted vest will be locked, shackled, and chained to me, and I'll be submerged into a vertical tank of ice water. Now this ice water is going to be at about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'll have to hold my breath underwater in this 40 degrees as I pick the locks, shed the vest, and then get out for safety. What are your thoughts on hearing, and time frame wise, would make you go, this is really risky?
Well, having no knowledge of how long it takes to get out of these situations, once you start losing oxygen to the brain, you start getting brain damage in about 4 to 6 minutes. And so how long can you hold your breath?
So that's at 4 to 6 minutes, and then you are now in some really...
You can start venturing into brain damage. That's why we try to start CPR within that 4 to 6 minutes. But then panic, if there's a panic factor, that's going to burn oxygen.
Within that 4 years, like after 4 minutes, you're venturing into brain damage. But prior to that, how immediate is your body's shock responses to that cold of water? Meaning, like, at what point would you say that you lose feeling, you lose fine motor skills, you lose the ability to even save yourself by swimming because you can't actually move your arms and legs?
A big factor would be on the person, the preparation, how familiar they are with that environment. That being said, you can only have so much preparation, but if your fingers are cold and you're losing dexterity, that's there's only so much prep you can do for that. The temperature of the water, your body's anatomy, physiology is going to respond the way it does, no matter how much prep. It's probably more the mental side on being able to deal with the coldness. And yeah, I would imagine it's pretty quick that you're going to start losing dexterity and sensation. Because think about when you're cold, what your body does to react, and this happens like Tahoe, is it says, okay, I'm in trouble, so I need to start keeping my body core warm. So it's going to start constricting the blood vessels in your extremities to start tightening that up, to squeeze and keep all that blood in your core. And so it's going to keep all that warmth around your vital organs. And so it's going to say, well, I don't need my hands to survive. I need my heart and lungs and everything else to function. So I'm going to start restricting the blood flow to my extremities and focus on keeping myself alive for the core. And so that's really what helps,
and by doing
decreasing dexterity.
Right. And by doing so, you're losing dexterity, feeling, and mobility of your extremities.
Exactly.
Hi, I'm Blake Carter. I'm Alex's safety and training partner for Cold Shock. I'm going to take you through a few of the elements that Alex is going to be dealing with as he attempts this escape. First, we have the tank. This is a vertical 6.5 by 2 feet by 2 feet tank holding roughly 200 gallons of water. Now, we filled this tank with 8 ice bags, bringing the temperature of the water down considerably to an icy cold. Let's check the temperature now. Now, as you can see on the thermometer, We're at roughly 38 degrees Fahrenheit. That is icy cold, folks. Now, in addition to dealing with this ice cold water, Alex is going to have to deal with another element, the elevation. Here at South Lake Tahoe, we're just above 6,200 feet elevation, which means as he's attempting to hold his breath in this icy cold water, he's going to have less oxygen to do so. The next element Alex will have to deal with is this. This is a reinforced canvas, double stitch, heavy duty strap weight vest that Alex will be wearing. This weight vest will have 28 of these 3-pound metal bars, making it very heavy. In addition, 4 of these master locks and a chain locking Alex into the vest. That'll bring the total weight of this vest that Alex will be wearing to just over 100 pounds. So that'll be weighing him down in the water, keeping him and preventing him from getting to the top. Now, how we will attach this vest to Alex. We will have a chain running from the back with a commercial master lock, locking it there, coming around through his legs up to the front of his chest, locking him in there. As well, he'll have a strap on each hip with a hasp with another commercial master lock, and around the other side, another commercial master lock. So these are all regular commercial master locks. We have a master key for all of them that pops them. Now, we can't give Alex the key because that would be too easy. What Alex is going to have to use are these. He'll have a pick and a straight bar to pick each one of these locks. He'll have a backup pick just in case he needs it. So, let me break it down what Alex is going to have to do here. He's going to have to submerge himself into this icy water with this 100-pound weight vest, strapping, having him chained in, weighing him down in the water. He will then have to pick each one of the locks. Pick the lock in the top, undo the chain. Pick the lock at his hip, undo that, undo the strap. Pick the other lock at his other side of his hip, undo that, lift this 100-pound weight vest off his head before he can clear up to the surface and get his very much needed oxygen. This is a time I must reiterate, folks. Do not attempt this at home. This is a very dangerous escape. Alex is a trained professional. As you can see, up on the tank now, Alex is already preparing. He's doing his breath work. He's trained several months to get to this point. We have a video to show you a little bit of the behind the scenes of what led Alex to this point here now.
Okay, it is 6:45 a.m. and it is 33 degrees outside. Sunrise is about to happen and I'm going into the lake. I'm not even to the lake yet and it's already freezing. I can't feel my hands. I'm not even in the water yet. So 15 minutes, 55-degree lake. It's actually not that unpleasant. The harder part right now is walking, and my arms hurt really bad. I have no feeling in my hands. I'm trying to open. That was so hard. But I'm definitely feeling a little shaky and cold, especially in my feet and my fingers. So what is that going to mean when I'm trying to pick locks? And water that is much colder than 65. So Day 2 at the lake down. This water is just under 60. This is going to be much lower than that. All right, so about 45 minutes later, I now have feeling back in my hands, so that's good. Took a little while to get that blood back into my appendages, but yeah, feel good.
Thirty seconds.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Seconds. That's not good. There's a lot thinner up here. And the ice seems colder too. What I'm gonna do, this one, is I just have to get my confidence level up of just being able to hold my breath up here. Even though I feel like I don't want to start there, I feel like I want to, like, let's just do it. But it's hard and it's a challenge, so I feel I have to start from the beginning again. You know, I haven't had a hot shower in months. I've not felt warm water. That's the biggest thing I'm looking forward to. Oh yeah, at the end of this I'm like, I can take a warm shower that night. When I am doing this, yeah, it's make sure you are keeping an eye on me. And right now the water temp is 45 degrees. We just have some big chunks of ice in the tank, and we have the tank water level lower, so that way I'll still be able to lift my head out of the water to breathe as we're going through rehearsals. So I will hold my breath, but at the same time I'll be able to lift my head to breathe if I need to. But 45 degrees, some chunks of ice in there. All right, let's load up, let's do it. So today was the first day that I did all of the elements in the ice water up here in Lake Tahoe. And it did not go well. Holding your breath in 40-degree water is hard enough. And then, of course, having the air so thin up here
and where you feel like you actually can't get a breath. It's really hard. I'm actually still, I think, recovering. I'm a little dazed right now. I'm gonna be honest, I can't see clearly right now. Eyes right now, vision. I can't focus on anything. So my eyes. Whoa. So my eyes are still recovering, or my brain, or all of the above. Just gotta work through it. Make it happen. Oh man, it's wet and cold. Keeping my beanie on as long as I can. Yeah, the key. I can't even feel the keyhole. I can't even feel where to put the pick inside the keyhole. I have to be able to hold my breath longer than a minute. My hands are still frozen. All right. Stunts in a little over a week, so still have some time for training, get used to it. It's too cold. I can't.
Come on now.
I have no idea how I'll be able to pick a lock if I can't even use my hands. All right, last one. I got some people who are coming along with me. Blake, I just want to say thank you so much. You know, I trust you 100%, and coming in, doing all this is, you know, I just thank you. Last one. Now let's do it. All right.
Okay.
It's time.
It's time. Let's get it.
All right. First lock. Wait, that's not right.
A little more slack. Yeah.
Yep. Do that one.
There we go.
All right. Here.
There we go.
Yep. First lock.
Locked.
Cool. Next one. Did you do a temperature check before?
Got it right before. You're right at
What are we at?
30 degrees right around your face.
30.
38, excuse me.
Oh.
38 degrees right
Dude,
around your
don't
face.
do that. That's not funny.
You got it, baby. 38 degrees right around your face.
That's still not.
Still not
Good.
fun, but
That's.
you got that. Locked there.
Yep.
Okay, last round.
Last one.
Here we go. We're locked there. Okay, picks. Primary pick.
First one.
It's a straight bar. Back up.
Okay. All right. Thanks, man.
Let's go. Can I borrow your finger from you real quick? Squeeze it into that, man. Just rubbing it off after this. Got some marketing for you here. I'm gonna do a quick blood pressure here, Alex. How you feeling? Good? Hey, what city are we in? Hey, what city are we in?
We're in South Lake Tahoe.
Okay, what year is it?
I wish it was a different year.
What year is it?
It's 2020.
What'd you just do?
I was just experienced cold shock.
You got a fire that's under your skin. You feel the lightning that's striking within. You feel the waves crash inside, and you rise up high, and you put on your crown and lay your imperfections and your flaws down in the veil of the night. You rise up higher. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You got the heart of a lion running through you. You got the power to rise above and pull through. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. Because you're perfect just the way that you are, yeah. And you shine like a diamond in the stars, yeah. You got the heart of a lion. The heart of a lion. The heart of a lion. There's nobody who could walk in your shoes. Because you're brave, you got the fighter in you. Like a bird in the sky, you were born to fly. You shine brighter than the sun and the moon. Go on and let all of your colors break through. Like a star in the night. Oh, you rise up higher. Oh, you're beautiful.
A lot of people have asked me why I'm doing this. And it's because I have to. I think it's so important that we set goals for ourselves and challenge ourselves. Because when we overcome those challenges and when we accomplish those goals, it builds such confidence within us so that way we can contend with anything the world throws at us. This has been a really heavy year for a lot of people. But I wake up every morning and live each day thinking that the greatest thing I'm going to accomplish in life, I haven't even done yet. And that's pretty exciting. So, cold shock is the next thing. Love you guys.